Henny Cameron, congratulations on being awarded the British Empire Medal.
Thank you.
How did you feel when you first found out that you were being given this award?
It's weird. I felt very surprised and very shocked. And then it started to sink in and I started to think, why me? There's so many other people in the force and outside of the force doing such amazing jobs. You think, well, why me? And then you start, I don't know. But yeah, elated and just weird though.
Yeah, you definitely deserve it.
Thank you.
So I just want to go back a bit. So you became a volunteer in 2012.
I did.
What did you do at the force before that?
I led a team of analyst programmers and we developed and supported the force IT systems.
Okay, cool. Did you enjoy that?
I did, very much.
Yeah. Oh, great. And what inspired you to become a volunteer in the first place?
When I resigned from the force, I still wanted to stay with the force, be part of that family and still be able to help deliver things.
Obviously, you're most known for coordinating the county schools challenge every year. What do you enjoy most about doing that?
I think it's going into the schools. You go into the schools and there's a whole hall full. In some of these schools you get 270 kids in one hall and they're all sort of, looking a little bit nervous we're doing a launch of the theme because it's a new theme each year and they sort of learn about that theme. This year it's vaping, so they've learned all about vaping, about the issues of vaping, the unknowns, and then they get asked to come up with an innovative product. And it's just watching them, working teams, actually come up with absolutely amazing ideas.
How many schools did it start as in the beginning and how many is it now? So how has it evolved over the years?
Right, it started a couple of years before I joined it, but it started with just the Wellingborough schools. There was an incident where some young people set fire to a wheelie bin and it caught fire to a house and a 2-year-old died. So the idea was to actually get the young people to come up with solutions. So, and there were just the Wellingborough schools. So the first couple of years it was just the Wellingborough schools. Then we opened it out to all the schools.
Okay. And how many is it now?
This year we've had 27 schools take part.
Wow.
And we've got the semi-finals coming up next week and there are 19 schools coming in over 2 days.
Wow, that's amazing. So why do you think the County Schools Challenge is such a good opportunity for young people? What kind of skills do you think it teaches them?
It teaches them life skills. They learn about the theme, and the theme can be anything. We've done arson, we've done knife crime, and they learn strategies. So we did road safety, they learn strategies if they're in the car with somebody who's just started driving and they're driving too fast. They learn strategies on how to get out that car safely, how to get the driver to slow down and stop. So, and then they learn about working as teams, they do design, they do research, they do basic business plans, so they come up with things like what's the unique selling point, how much is it going to cost, how much you're going to sell it for, who's your target audience, and then they do a presentation. And all of these are life skills. They're skills that they'll take out in this outside world.
And it must be really satisfying to see the idea that they have go all the way up to...
It is. It is. When you start off in a school and you think this is a cracking idea. And the schools, all of them come up with cracking ideas. And then you see it progress through the school's final, into the semi-finals, get through to the grand final. And then the winning idea, obviously, we put into production. So then we work with that team to actually make their idea a reality.
And are there any sort of particularly memorable moments that you've had over the years in regards to the County Schools Challenge?
Oh, there's so many, but one of the ones that stands out was there was a team in one school and part of their idea was a rap. And the girl was it was a lovely rap and she wouldn't sing it to us while we were going round the room. And she was, oh no, I can't do it, no, and getting a little bit worried, nervous. Eventually we persuaded her to sing it in front of the class because each class select a winner and they go through to the school final. And she did that. Then she actually managed to sing it in front of the school and she was quite nervous. By the time she came to the semi-final, she was singing it everywhere. And she actually got through to the finals and she sang it on the stage in front of 400 people.
Oh,
it was just amazing.
Yeah, just to see her develop throughout the challenge. Yeah. Another piece of work that you do is with the Northants Safer Roads Alliance.
Yes.
So what kind of work do you do with them and why is that area of business so important to you?
That's I'm passionate about road safety. People get in their car and go off to work or go on a journey. They don't set out intending to die. Yeah. And a lot of it's all to do with driver education. Okay. So, if we can get people educated, then we'll make the road safer. So the sort of things that I do, I'm sort of a back office person for the Safer Roads Alliance. So when we run mature driver days, I organise the tickets, I sort them out, sort out the posters for it, and then I organise getting the delegates booked in. So I'll do anything that I'm asked.
Okay, no, that sounds good. And You also get involved in role plays in the student officer training, don't you? What kind of stuff does that involve?
Right, I generally do the interviews.
Okay.
So, and I'll play either a victim or a suspect.
Okay.
So, because I can't do the physical role plays, so I can't be handcuffed.
Okay.
So, but it's great fun.
Yeah.
It's hard work, but it's great fun. So with the suspects, you'll get given a scenario, and then there'll be 4 or 5 lots of 2 officers come, and you have to do it differently, play it differently each time. But it's over 2 days, so you have to remember what you've done the day before, the next time on, to which person you were and what your angle was on it.
Yeah.
It really is good.
And what role is more fun to play, the victim or the suspect?
Suspect.
Yeah.
Suspect by far.
Yeah,
Because you
can
can just
imagine.
make it up and go as you go along, and then the first day is just you telling your story. The second day is them coming back because they found out some facts.
Yeah.
So you then have to try and think around it. Okay, so they've now got CCTV on me. So how do I explain? So you're thinking on the hoof about how to get around it.
I read in your nomination that you have volunteered over 5,500 hours over the course of your career in volunteering. What do you think drives your commitment and dedication to public service?
It's a difficult one to answer. It's just something I feel I need to do. So I want to put something back. Yeah, I want to support. At the moment, I work with so many dedicated, wonderful police officers and staff. It's just nice to be able to support them and enable them to do their role.
And just go back to the County Schools Challenge. Could you just talk us through, like, from the beginning of the organisation all the way through to the end and getting the winner, like all of the work involved? Like, how does it work?
Right, we start off choosing a theme, which we've already done for next year.
Yeah.
So we get together, a few people get together and we choose a theme, having asked various people what sort of themes they want. So we ask the schools, we ask officers, we ask various different people. So, and then we choose a theme. Once the theme's chosen, we then work during the summer. So once the school's broken, we work to come up with the assembly. So we come up with actually what are we intending here? What do we want to ask the young people to do? What messages do you want to give them? So then I'll create the assembly presentation. Then we'll invite the schools, so whether they want just an assembly presentation or a whole drop-down off-curriculum day.
Yeah.
So then I start organising that and getting the resources in. So I don't do public speaking, as you'll probably realise. So
I think you're very good at speaking, but yeah.
So I'll organise resources to go in and do the assembly presentation. I'll normally go in as well. And then if we do an off-curriculum day, then we're there all day working with the teams, making sure that they keep within the boundaries of the competition. So to make sure they're on theme, etc., to make sure their ideas are legal, and things like that. So, and then once we've done that, obviously I organise the semi-finals. Yeah. So I sort all the rooms out. I create certificates for all the children, that are coming. So organise the teams and give them individual timetables, so they know what time they need to arrive, what time they need to do their performance to the dragons, and what time they go around the control room, what time they look around the exhibit. So they've each got individual ones of those. Yeah. And then coming up for the grand final, I sort out and I create the programme and sort all the schools out again. And we rehearse during the afternoon, so I sort all that out. Yeah. And then obviously they come in the in the evening and do their presentations. And they send me their little presentation. And I create one big presentation with music and stuff on it, so it runs seamlessly during the evening. Okay.
And it must be hard coordinating all of those children.
It sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to read out a quote that someone wrote in support of your nomination. So it's from Samulet, who's the head of PE at Huxlow Academy. And they said, "From the moment I met Henny, I was amazed by her commitment, dedication and work ethic. I feel truly lucky to have worked with her. She gave me a great opportunity to develop myself personally and professionally." How does it feel to know that you've helped people like Sam?
Amazed. I'm really shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam's a lovely guy. He motivates his students so well. Yeah. We were at his school last Friday doing the drop-down off-curriculum day. Yeah. So I saw him there in the distance and he waved at me.
And you've obviously helped him professionally to develop his career. That must be nice to hear.
It is. Yeah.
And what would you say to other people who are sort of umming and ahhing about becoming a volunteer?
Oh, just go for it. There's such a variety of things you can do. Yeah. There's so many different roles within the police and the fire and rescue as well. They have volunteers. So many different roles you can do. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want, but it really is good fun.
Yeah. So you definitely recommend it to other people?
And you're valued as well.
Yeah.
So you come in, you are valued for what you do.
Okay, that's good to hear. And finally, how are you going to celebrate being bestowed this honour? How are you going to celebrate?
No, I'm not in for big parties and things. I'll probably just go for a meal with some close friends.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, Henny Cameron, British Empire Medal awardee.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.